Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Focus on you until you win. Don't focus on what they said, what they did, or who left you. That's noise. The real power, the real miracle is in what you do with you. Because the truth is, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you your dreams. You got to build that thing brick by brick. And it all starts with one thing, your focus. Success begins with self-discipline and consistency. That's the foundation of every dream, every victory, and every story of greatness. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't discipline yourself, that talent will stay buried inside you. See, self-discipline means doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling of excitement has faded. When you're tired, when nobody's watching, when motivation disappears, that's when discipline has to take over. It's easy to be motivated when everything's going right, but real growth happens when you show up on the days you don't feel like it. That's what separates the talkers from the winners. Consistency is what turns effort into excellence. It's not about doing everything perfectly one day. It's about showing up again and again, even when progress feels slow. Every small step forward counts. Every repetition matters. Every decision to keep going builds momentum. You don't get to success by doing something once. You get there by doing it over and over until it becomes part of who you are. Discipline trains your mind to resist distractions, to stay focused on the bigger picture. It teaches you patience when results don't come fast. It teaches you control when emotions try to take over. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But most people give up before it grows. They want the reward without the routine, the success without the sacrifice. You can't win that way. If you want to change your life, you got to build habits that back up your dreams. You got to wake up with purpose, set goals, and commit to them. And I'm not talking about being perfect. I'm talking about being persistent, because even a small effort done consistently beats big effort done occasionally. Think about it. Every champion you've ever admired, every successful person you've ever seen, they didn't win overnight. They had moments of doubt, failure, frustration, but they stayed disciplined. They practiced when nobody cared. They prepared when nobody clapped. And one day, that quiet consistency turned into visible success. That's how it works. You can't cheat the grind. If you're not disciplined with your time, your focus, your habits, your mind, life will discipline you through struggle. But when you control yourself, you start controlling your future. Discipline is freedom because it gives you the power to choose your path. Instead of being pushed by circumstances, you stop reacting to life and start creating it. You stop waiting for opportunities and start preparing for them. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're building your future. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you're gaining power. That's how winners are made, not by luck, not by chance, but by consistent effort guided by discipline. It's not glamorous, but it's real. And once you master it, there's no limit to what you can do, because discipline creates consistency, and consistency creates results. And that's the real key to success. Stop chasing approval. Invest that energy in personal growth. See, one of the biggest mistakes people make is living for other people's opinions. You waste so much time trying to be liked, trying to fit in, trying to prove your worth to people who don't even care about your journey. But here's the truth. The moment you stop seeking validation from others, you start discovering your true power. Approval is a trap, because when you depend on it, you give other people control over your happiness. You hand them the remote to your emotions. If they praise you, you feel good. If they criticize you, you fall apart. That's no way to live. You have to learn how to clap for yourself, even when nobody else does. You have to be proud of your progress, even when no one notices. That's how you grow. When you chase approval, you live from the outside in. You let other people's opinions shape your self-worth, your dreams, and your direction. But when you focus on personal growth, you live from the inside out. You start becoming grounded, confident, and independent. You stop needing permission to shine. You start learning new skills, improving your mindset, and healing from your past. That's the kind of growth that no one can take away from you, because success isn't about being liked, it's about being fulfilled. You could have the whole world cheering for you, but if you're not happy with yourself, it won't mean a thing. Real success is when you can look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of who I'm becoming. Not because someone told you, but because you know it deep down. Every minute you spend worrying about what others think is a minute stolen from your purpose. You can't grow when you're performing for an audience. You grow when you're honest with yourself, when you admit what needs fixing, when you invest in becoming better. And personal growth isn't glamorous, it's uncomfortable, it's quiet, and sometimes it's lonely. Because while everyone else is out seeking attention, you're busy evolving. You're studying, learning, healing, and building something real. And one day, those same people who overlooked you will wonder how you did it. But the truth is, you stopped chasing them, you chased your purpose. See, when you stop chasing approval, you take your power back. You stop begging for acceptance and start walking in self-respect. You realize that not everyone is supposed to understand your journey because it's yours, and that's okay. You don't need to explain yourself to people who aren't willing to grow with you. The right people will see your value without you having to prove it. The wrong ones will fall away as you rise. That's how growth works. So take that energy you've been wasting on trying to be liked and use it to better yourself. Read more, learn more, practice gratitude, build confidence, strengthen your faith. Every day you invest in yourself, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, a little more unstoppable. Approval fades, but growth lasts forever. Because when you build yourself from the inside out, nobody can take that from you, and that's the real victory. Your vision needs your full attention, not distraction. See, too many people lose their way because they keep dividing their focus between their dream and their doubts. You can't build a strong future while constantly looking back at your past. You can't expect to reach greatness if you keep stopping to explain yourself to small-minded people. Your vision is sacred, and it requires your full attention. When God plants a dream inside you, it's not meant for everyone to understand. That's why you have to protect it, nurture it, and stay locked in, even when nobody believes in it but you. Every great success story starts with focus. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Every time you allow drama, comparison, or negativity to take your focus, you delay your breakthrough. You can't let other people's opinions steer your direction, because if they didn't create your vision, they don't have the right to guide it. Most people quit not because they lack talent, but because they lose focus. They start strong but get discouraged when results don't come fast. But focus means staying committed even when the progress feels invisible. You have to train your mind to see beyond the temporary. You have to remind yourself that every big dream takes time. Every goal demands patience. Nothing extraordinary grows overnight. You plant, you water, you wait, and you trust the process. The problem is distractions make waiting harder. Social media, gossip, comparison, all those things keep you busy but not productive. They give you the illusion of progress while your real goals sit untouched. That's why you need to be intentional about where your energy goes. Not everything deserves your attention. Some things you just gotta ignore, because peace and focus are worth more than any temporary thrill. When you give your full attention to your vision, something powerful happens. You start attracting opportunities that align with your purpose. You start seeing solutions where others see problems. Your creativity expands, your confidence grows, and your actions become sharper. The mind is like a lens. Wherever you focus it, that area becomes clearer. So if you focus on fear, you'll see limits. But if you focus on growth, you'll see possibilities. The key is to guard your attention like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Your focus determines your future. You can't give half your energy to your goals and expect full results. There will be people who try to distract you, situations that test your patience, and moments that make you question your path. But that's all part of the journey. Winners learn to keep their eyes on the prize even when the road gets rough. They don't chase every noise. They stay still and steady, because at the end of the day, success doesn't belong to the most talented, it belongs to the most focused. So stay locked in, stay committed, and keep your energy fixed on your vision until it becomes your reality. Everything you want is already waiting, but is waiting for your full attention. Pain, failure, and struggle are signs of progress, not defeat. Every person who has ever achieved something great has walked through a season of pain. You can't grow without it, you can't learn without it, and you can't become who you're meant to be without going through it. See, pain isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's life's way of shaping you into the kind of person who can handle the blessings you've been asking for. We live in a world where everybody wants success without the struggle, comfort without challenge, victory without battle. But the truth is, nothing worth having comes easy. Every failure you face, every door that closes, every person who walks away, all of it is part of building the strength you need to win. When things fall apart, it doesn't mean you're losing, it means you're growing. The struggle you're in right now is teaching you discipline, patience, and resilience. It's testing your faith. It's showing you how to keep standing when everything around you says to sit down. And sometimes God lets things break so you can rebuild stronger. You don't learn much when everything's perfect. You learn when you have to fight your way out of the storm. That's where character is built. That's where confidence is born. You can't skip that part, because that part prepares you for the weight of success. The mistake most people make is thinking pain is a sign to quit. But if you quit every time it hurts, you'll never see what was waiting on the other side. Pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. The ones who win are the ones who learn how to endure the tough seasons without giving up. When life knocks them down, they get back up with more wisdom, more hunger, and more strength. Every failure carries a lesson. And if you're smart, you'll find it. Because what you learn from pain is priceless. It teaches you who you are and what you're capable of. Failure is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Every time you fall short, you gain experience. Every setback shows you what doesn't work and brings you one step closer to what will. The most successful people on earth didn't avoid failure, they learned how to use it. They stopped seeing it as a dead end and started seeing it as redirection. That's what pain does. It redirects you to where you truly belong. It removes the things, the habits, and sometimes the people that can't go with you to the next level. It's painful, but it's necessary. So don't run from struggle, embrace it. Don't curse your pain, understand it. It's carving strength into your spirit. It's sharpening your focus, and it's humbling your heart so that when success comes, you'll know how to handle it. Every tear, every rejection, every sleepless night, it's not breaking you, it's building you. Pain means you're still in the game. Struggle means you're still fighting. And as long as you keep moving forward, you're not losing, you're growing. Every setback is preparing you for a stronger comeback. Life has a funny way of testing you before it blesses you. The moments when everything seems to fall apart are often the moments that shape your greatest strength. You see, a setback isn't a signal to stop, it's an invitation to grow. Every closed door, every failure, every disappointment carries a hidden lesson that's preparing you for something bigger than you can see right now. Sometimes you think you're being rejected, but in reality, you're being redirected. The delay is not denial, it's development. Life is building you quietly for the victory that's coming. You just have to be patient enough to trust the process. When you fall, it's not the fall that defines you, it's how you rise. Every time life knocks you down, it's giving you a chance to come back wiser, stronger, and tougher. Most people give up in the middle of their story because they mistake a chapter for the whole book. They don't realize that setbacks are temporary detours, not dead ends. When something doesn't go as planned, it's not the universe punishing you, it's preparing you. It's teaching you how to stand tall on unstable ground. It's giving you the resilience that only comes from experience. The truth is, Without setbacks, there can be no comebacks. Think about every great person you admire, every champion, every leader, every dreamer. None of them had a smooth ride. They faced obstacles, criticism, heartbreak, and loss. But instead of letting those things destroy them, they used them as fuel. That's what you have to do. Don't sit in your setback. Study it. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Because once you learn the lesson, you level up. You stop being afraid of failure because you understand that every fall is just training for your rise. A comeback isn't just about bouncing back to where you were. It's about coming back greater than before. Sometimes life has to break your routine to realign your purpose. It has to take away what's comfortable so you'll reach for what's possible. You might not understand it now, but every painful season is building the strength you'll need for the blessings ahead. The person you're becoming through your struggles is far more important than the things you think you're losing. You're learning patience, you're learning gratitude, and you're learning how to depend on your faith when nothing else makes sense. That's power. So when you face a setback, don't get bitter, get better. Don't waste energy asking, why me? Instead, start saying, watch me. Because when you keep going through the storm, you're building a story that's going to inspire somebody else one day. Setbacks are not meant to stop you, they're meant to strengthen you. Every time you rise after falling, you prove to yourself that you can't be broken. And that's the kind of power no one can take from you. The comeback is always greater than the setback, but only if you keep moving forward with faith, focus, and fire in your heart. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, success and love naturally follow. Most people spend their whole lives chasing things, money, approval, relationships, recognition. But the truth is, everything you're chasing will start chasing you once you become the person who truly deserves it. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. When you work on yourself, your mindset, your discipline, your energy, you start creating an invisible force that pulls good things towards you. People feel it. Opportunities recognize it. The world responds to it. That's why your first mission in life should never be chasing people or outcomes. It should be becoming your best self. Because when you grow, everything around you grows with you. Becoming your best self means taking responsibility for your life. It means no more excuses, no more blaming, no more waiting for someone to fix you or save you. You have to look in the mirror and decide, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. That might mean healing from old pain, changing toxic habits, cutting off negative energy, or forgiving yourself for past mistakes. It's not easy work, it's painful, lonely, and uncomfortable at times. But that's where transformation happens. You can't become your best self while holding on to your worst version. Growth requires letting go. When you focus on your growth, your whole energy changes. You start moving differently, talking differently, and thinking differently. You stop begging for love because you realize love flows naturally toward confidence and peace. You stop chasing validation because your self-worth is no longer up for negotiation. You become someone who doesn't need to prove anything because your presence speaks for itself. That's power, quiet, unshakable power that no one can take away from you. And that kind of energy doesn't just bring success, it brings peace. It brings genuine people into your life who respect and value you because they can feel your authenticity. Success doesn't come from chasing the outcome, it comes from mastering yourself. When you build better habits, success finds you. When you develop consistency, opportunities appear. When you walk with confidence and kindness, love finds its way to you without you having to force it. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of becoming who you're meant to be. The relationship, the career, the peace, it's all waiting for the version of you that's willing to do the work. So don't rush the process. Keep investing in yourself. Keep reading, learning, praying, training, and evolving. Every small act of self-improvement adds up. One day, you'll look back and realize that the things you used to chase now come to you easily. because you became the person who attracts them naturally. That's the beauty of focusing on you. When you grow from the inside, the world outside starts to shift in your favor. The moment you choose to become your best self, that's the moment life starts working for you, not against you. Because true success and love aren't things you find. They're reflections of who you've become.